This is Devin with the CRP, and this is a recap of UFC Greenville Prelims, which are now in the books. We're on to the main card, starting from the bottom up. Deron Winn, highly touted wrestler, makes his UFC debut coming off of the Golden Boy promotion fight when Liddell and Chuck Ortiz fought for the third time, promoted by Oscar De La Hoya. Fought on that card. Comes here, makes his UFC debut, wins. He's a very highly touted prospect, really good wrestler. Now 6-0. Looked impressive. Good win for him. We'll talk more about it. Moving on up the card, we had a women's flyweight bout between Molly McCain and Ariana Lipski. Molly McCain pulls off the win. Molly McCain now 9-2 overall in her MMA career, 29 years old, and she's on a 2-fight win streak over Priscilla Kikoria and now Ariana Lipski. She's not ranked, but this was a good win. Moving on up the card, there's a heavyweight name that we might want to keep our eye on now. And it's not an easy one to remember, but Jairzinho Rozenstruik, 8-0, 31 years old, comes in and blasts out Alan Crowder in 9 seconds. Drops him very fast and then finishes him off on the ground. He also, in his UFC debut, knocked out Junior Albini in the second round. So he's now 2-0 inside the octagon, 8-0 overall. A heavy-hitting guy. Good addition to a really weak heavyweight division. Moving on up the card, we have Luis Pena go in against a returning vet in Matt Wyman. And you know, there was questions about why Wyman, after a 4 or 5 year layoff, was even coming back against a up-and-coming talent like Pena. But nevertheless, I guess he just wanted to get his feet wet one more time, get back in there, go another round before he hangs up the gloves. And he comes back and he fights a valiant effort. He takes a lot of damage in this fight, got cut open early. Was bruised up and ends up getting finished in the third round. Luis Pena, I thought, looked really good. This was just youth over age. I mean, the youth was just really prevailed here. We saw a new breed of fighter in this fight. Wyman is definitely past his prime, has a lot of miles on him, and we got a 25-year-old Pena coming off the Ultimate Fighter, and he's now on a 2-fight win streak, and he looked really good tonight. He's still a very big featherweight. So impressive win for Pena. Moving on up, Ashley Yoder defeats Saria Kondo. This is 2 wins in a row for Yoder, which came at a good time. She went on a 3-fight losing streak from 2016 to 2018. She's come back and beat Amanda Cooper, and now Saria Kondo. And she's not ranked, but 31 years old. She picks up a needed win to stay with the company and stay moving in the right direction and not to go 1-4 in her last 5 fights. But I'm going to mainly talk right here about what I believe was the main event of the prelims, and it was the only prelim fight that I even cited in my preview show, and that is Dan Ige versus Kevin Aguilar. Kevin Aguilar came into this fight 17-1. Ige came in with an 11-2 record. Both these guys are highly touted. I think both these guys probably deserve a number next to their name. I think these are definitely top 15 featherweights in the UFC right now. Ige pulls off the win. I thought he looked better than he's ever looked. This is his 4th win in a row. This is a guy who came off the Contender Series, lost his UFC debut to Julio Arce by decision. Since then has won 4 fights in a row, and he's looked better and better each fight. I definitely think he deserves a number next to his name. I think he deserves a ranked opponent. I'm very high on him. I'm a big fan. I was really pulling for him to be able to get Aguilar out in that 3rd round. I gave Aguilar the 2nd round mainly because just by technicality, Ige went to take his back and ended up with Aguilar on top. Aguilar just, I think, controlled most of the round, but I gave the 1st and the 3rd definitely for Ige, and Ige really put a beating on him in that 3rd round. And I think Dan Ige is somebody that we should really keep our eye out at this featherweight division. Powerful, good timing, good wrestling. He seems to have a very good fight IQ. He didn't try to rush the finish and put himself in a bad situation with a heavy-handed striker like Aguilar. He looked good, only 27 years old, 4-1 in the UFC now. Remember that name, Dan Ige, and he was somebody that I was really high on coming into this fight. I knew that this fight was going to be a good one, and he continues to impress. We're on to the main card now. I'll fill you in on the more results of UFC Greenville.